And coming down the tunnel, an opportunity here at the home.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. They're down a body tonight, but it shouldn't have too much of an impact on their rotation.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, down low. And for the Hawks, Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Collins. And it's Snell in at the 3, the small forward. Collins finds Bogdanovich from beyond the arc and then some. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Here's Middleton. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Holiday against Young. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. On the wing, Holiday. Offensive rebound. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Young with no one around. His 3-pointers off the mark. Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Middleton off the left rim and out.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Bogdanovich dishes to Young. The pass to Capella, and it's sent back by Lopez.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Kicks it down to Middleton. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. The dish to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
That's outstanding decision-making there to change his shot and find an open teammate for an easy basket.
Young finds Bogdanovich. Fires from deep. No good on that one. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Up top, DiVincenzo. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Collins with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Now here's Middleton. Pass to Lopez. Just 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Here's Capella, trailing by 5. To the paint. They need this one. Length ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. For the finish, the big dunk at the end of the break.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Young outside. Up again. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Hawks, DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Williams in for Young. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. And it's Gallinari in for John Collins. And he gets it to go.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Passes it to Portis. Back to Holiday. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Holiday's got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Okongwu kicks to Williams. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Keeping that dribble alive, Herter does a good job of picking his way through the defense.
Here's Forbes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that does it for the first quarter. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trouble.
Being able to go through adversity and come out stronger.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Bobby Portis. Teague out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Here's Hunter. Offensive rebound. He feeds it to Okongwu. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and the three ball is good. Dunn's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Hawks. Well, we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Back to Teague. Here's Forbes. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Now, here's Hunter. D right on him. Doesn't go for him. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Teague's got the ball. Rebound by the Hawks. To the wing right side. Knocked away. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Dunn. The feed now to Okongwu. Pass break, Milwaukee all alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
Dunn dishes to Hunter. The Hawks again can't hit. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Forbes. Portis, great positioning on the putback. Portis has got his first points in this one.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
From deep three-point range. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And Tucker kicks to Portis. Tucker the pass to Portis. And the shot goes in. Portis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And the Bucks with possession here after the basket by Atlanta. There's 1:38 left here in the second. He lobs it up. Stolen by Tucker. And pushing it up, Milwaukee. The Bucks again in transition. Feeds to Forbes. Here's Nwora. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 to shoot. Tucker the pass to Portis. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Dunn with the slam.
In the open court, that's where Chris Dunn can really let loose, creating havoc for the defense.
T dishes to Forbes. Back to T. To the middle. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Herter. Cans it from downtown. Herter's got 7 points.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
The pass to Portis. 18 feet out. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 8.
Bobby Portis has the ability now to hit shots on all 3 levels.
Dunn kicks to Gallinari. From deep. Rebounded by the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. Back to Tucker. From the arc. The shot, no good. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They lead by 5. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well,
That's all for now. 6.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Young, and it's Snell in at the 3. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here is Holiday. Kicks to Giannis. Middleton outside. Dishes it to Lopez. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Snell from outside. He can't get it to go. And Milwaukee will come the other way. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. It's a 3-point game. Giannis inside. Working on Collins. Here's Lopez. And he makes good on the layup. Lopez has got 6 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Now, here is Young, and it's sent back by Lopez.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Young after the basket by Milwaukee. The Hawks again can't hit.
Shaky start to the half, going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove.
And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Tips it. Giannis on the follow. He's got 6.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here is Young. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Lou Williams is checked in for Tony Snell. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Lopez kicks to Giannis. Now DiVincenzo. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it down to Middleton from outside the arc. Drops in the tray. Middleton's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Young is double. Capella finds Collins. Watch for the new shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
An active interior presence. 6'10" John Collins keeps improving and keeps impressing.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Collins with some nice D.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And that one's good by Giannis. Giannis has got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Hawks trail by 12. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young. And Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
On up the court. And Lopez throws it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points. So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Collins in the post, defended by DiVincenzo. Young, good look. Nice shot from the wing. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. He dishes it to Lopez. Now here's DiVincenzo. The wide open look here for Lopez. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks going into the break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. P.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. And there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Teague with the ball. And here is Portis. Down low, doubled by Okongwu. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Portis, the pass to Forbes. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Forbes takes it up strong against tight defense.
Pass to Herter. Count that one.
He is really shouldering the load on the offensive end and doing an outstanding job. But he needs the rest of his team to step up.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. T kicks it to Tucker. Off target from outside.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Bucks leading by 6. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Holiday looking for an opening. Double team on Holiday. The kick out to Lopez. Left side out of the Kumbo. Cross contact on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Free throw good. Giannis. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Middleton can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 11. Hunter dishes to Capella. Hunter kicks to Young. Passes it to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. And he banks in the layup. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
Defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot. but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And a miss there on the triple. The Hawks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Atlanta making some changes. Collins checked in for Okongwu. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young's shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The kick out to Lopez. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bucks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
For 3, Middleton. Rebounded by Snell.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Here's Young. Here's Capella. Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. Misses the 3. And so the Bucks take the win. And David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And one injury for them. They're still pretty close to full strength, though.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons, and it's Green in at the small forward. And for the Hawks, Collins is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Young in at the one.
Oh, nice to see Capella find the open teammate as he continues to develop his ability to create for others. Yeah, he's a nice pay raise this summer for Bogdanovich. I mean, wings of his skill level, highly valued in today's game.
Curry passes to Embiid. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Oh, man, he's a polished interior player. I love seeing Embiid establish himself down low and then go to work.
Young dishes to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Capella. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And Bogdanovich coming off the largest rookie deal in terms of average annual value in NBA history, that 3-year, $27 million deal.
Well, after 5 years playing in the EuroLeague, he was able to negotiate that rookie deal with the Kings. And not headed back to Europe anytime soon. No question, he's an NBA player.
And the Hawks with possession here. 76ers getting the bucket. Back to Collins. Over Harris. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
The pass to Embiid. It's stolen by Capella. Bogdanovich with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Kicks it out to Collins. Young in the corner. Lob pass to Capella, and stolen by Simmons. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And all that Embiid needs really is positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you know he's dunking.
Here's Young. Takes a three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Out to Harris. Outside, Simmons. From the low block, again, Philadelphia.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Young outside. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you've got to knock down.
Pass to Okongwu. Young in the corner. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Young.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Atlanta making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Now here's Howard. Passes to Milton. Clock at 6. Back to Howard. 4-on-3 break. It's stolen by Hill.
Just a little too amped up here early. 2 fouls on him already. That's going to affect his playing time.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good.
I love watching Howard still doing his thing out there. A nightly double-double threat.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Atlanta. And so Howard nails both of them. The Hawks trailing. And here is Dunn. Pass to Herter. Okongwu with it. Working on Howard. Dunn passes to Herter. Dishes to Okongwu. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Milton finds Howard. Scott, good.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Back to Dunn. There's the pass to Herter. Wants to get it to Dunn and does. And the shot is good.
Love the mentality of Dunn. Looking to score as often as he can from the painted area.
Here's Milton. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers ahead. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Howard. George Hill out there with Maxey. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3, the small forward. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Hill with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Maxey passes to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
When you allow Howard to get in close, he's going to punch that ticket.
The Hawks trail by 3. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. Tobias Harris has checked in for Korkmaz. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And even 3-on-3 break. Howard with the steal. Now Thybulle. And slam dunk by Harris.
This kind of hustle is why his teammates love him. Harris, nice work in getting after it on the glass.
Knocked loose and stolen by Thybulle. Feeds it to Harris. And stolen by Dunn. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Okongwu, the pass to Hunter. Over Harris. Hunter kicks to Snell. 6 on the shot clock. Now the feed to Okongwu. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to Maxey. Back to Howard. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Harris. Can't hit from 12. The Hawks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Okongwu. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off this game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally. This is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oop.
Here's Okongwu. Following the basket by Dwight Howard. Snell dishes to Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Thybulle. following the bucket by the Hawks. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Maxey passes to Hill. Offline with his three. The Hawks trail by 3. Okongwu kicks to Williams. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Snell, guarded by Harris. Okongwu. Rebound by the 76ers. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
For 3, Harris, the putback, and Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And Philadelphia has possession, following the bucket by the Hawks. Thibault can't get it to go.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Here's Maxey, following the score by Lou Williams. Maxey passes to Thibault. And stolen by Dunn. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And they take the lead. Williams has got 8.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
76ers trailing. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Maxey passes to Harris. Now here's Maxey. Back to Harris. Lets it go from 11. That one a little long. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and that one released in time, but no good. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Some good action during the period. Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Then it's Collins. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. With the putback.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Simmons dishes to Green. Off target from three-point range. The Hawks leading by 3.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Capella trying to free himself up. Shot by Collins, no good. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the 76ers making a change here. Howard's checked in. Curry can't get it to go. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed. And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here is Young. Collins finds Young from deep. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And Green launches it from deep. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to...
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Well, I like the fit of George Hill on this team. He can play either guard spot. Great versatility.
Dunn passes to Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Korkmaz passes to Embiid.
When Capella enters your peripheral, it's intimidating. He's good at throwing off shooters.
And Okongwu slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
How about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Embiid kicks to Milton. And the 3 off target. Atlanta leading by 3. Poked away. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And Embiid throws it down.
The chemistry Embiid has with his guys. I mean, he seems to know exactly when to go for these alley-oops.
Here's Dunn. And it's in there. Dunn's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks. Philadelphia's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Embiid, the pass to Hill. It's good.
Just a terrific athlete, George Hill, showing the body control there to go chest to chest and finish.
Dunn outside. Count the basket. Dunn's got 6.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Milton on top. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Embiid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaways.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Gallinari, he's checked in for Okongwu. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Williams in for Chris Dunn. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gallinari. And the layup's good off the glass.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
16 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Simmons. Outside, Scott. Inside, it's stolen by Capella. No good on the shot. 3/4 of play in a close game here. It's Atlanta up by 3. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th, we've got Mike Scott. Shake Milton is out there with Simmons. Then there's Howard. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3. Now, here's Collins. Guarded closely. And then Collins slams it in.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
Simmons inside. Defended by Young. And Howard with the stuff.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. To the right side. Here's Herter. No good on the 3. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, do your best, and you live with the results.
Back to Herter. Kicks it out to Collins. 5 on the clock. And he converts the layup. Collins has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a tough shot. For an athletic big man like Collins, finishing through contact is something you've got to be able to do.
Simmons against Young. And stolen by Okongwu. And Herter gets it to go.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Simmons against Young. Scott dishes to Howard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
For the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu, and it's done in for Kevin Herter. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Mike Scott. Danny Green, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And Curry subbed in for Shake Milton. The Hawks again can't hit.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that. Wow, and slowly but surely, Harris is learning what it takes to become a leader. When this team needs him to step up, he has no issue dominating crucial possessions.
Here's Fernando. Got a piece of it. He kicks it to Young. And yes, it's good. Young's got the lead up to 3 now for Atlanta.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
There's 1:47 left in the game. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now here's Simmons. Shot clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and stolen by Dunn.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
That was all on them. That's a free possession they just gave up.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
A nice shot by Simmons.
Oh, rising to the challenge. This is where young players like Simmons need to make their mark.
Young passes to Dunn. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Great D that time from Green. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
He's known as a three-point specialist. I mean, Green is also an excellent perimeter defender. A great role guy who plays within himself.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Johnny Snell's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And it's Bogdanovich in for Chris Dunn. Young against Simmons. And Young kicks to Collins. To the paint. Here's Bogdanovich. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Simmons finds Embiid. Harris outside. And the rejection by Collins. Curry with the steal.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Let's see what they run here. This is not the time to panic. Work the offense.
Collins wide open. He fires. Here's Capella. Outside Collins. Drills it from outside. Now it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
An improving three-point shooter. Collins understands the role of today's big man.
All right, David. Great job.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our setting tonight and a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Griffin, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Hawks, Tony Snell is out there with John Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here's Young. Good on the shot. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision-making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one.
Jordan the pass to Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Irving against Young. Lays it up off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here is Harden following the basket by Trae Young. Rebounded by Snell.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And here is Irving following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Now Irving. Harden outside. Shot clock at 5. Harris outside. Three-pointer. Good on the triple.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here is Young. He's got 7. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Outside Irving. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Atlanta making some changes. Hunter's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bojan Bogdanovich. Lou Williams is subbed in for Trae Young. Now here's Williams. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Here's Harden on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Yep, that one goes.
Blake Griffin is still very, very strong, and that solid foundation and base is helping him on the inside.
Williams finds Capella. Back to Williams. Lob pass to Capella. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Gallinari comes in for John Collins. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Williams. Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Here is Harden. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Now here's Harden. A shot off that time. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Dunn kicks to Hunter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. There's the 3. Huerter, no good. Brooklyn trailing in transition. Here come the Nets. Nobody near Irving. Gallinari with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hunter with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Done outside. Gallinari down low. Griffin's there. Hunter, no one around him. It's hauled in by Harris.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
He gets it in there. Dunn's got his second basket of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And stolen by Dunn. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Dunn's got 6 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game. Gallinari surveying the D. The three-pointer, no good. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
So for Brooklyn now, Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown, and it's Durant, and there's Green, and it's Claxton in at the center filling out the middle. And he makes that one. Young's got 11 points.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Irving passes to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For the Hawks, John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And it's Williams in for Young. And a change for the Nets. Luwawu's checked in.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Here's Luwawu. Green finds KD. Back to Green. That's tipped. Williams looking around. Passes to Snell. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That's his first foul. The net shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Pass to Luwawu. Three-pointer. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Williams after the made shot from KD. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. So for the Hawks, Hunter's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Young is subbed in for Lou Williams. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's Harden in for Brown. Griffin's shot is good. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now, here is Young. He's got 11. It's up a 3. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And Trae Young will bury threes in bunches. So effortless.
We've got 1:48 left in the second quarter. Inside. Young with the steal. Collins up top. Defended by Griffin. Huerter passes to Okongwu. Hawks passing it around. Hunter no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Now, here is Young. He's got 14. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Okongwu's now got 4 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Irving looking over the floor. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
No stopping Kyrie on the drive right there. Getting to the basket with ease.
Young outside. Outside Collins. No good with the triple. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Irving, good.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Young with the ball. Harden grabs the miss. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Here's Young. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. The deep 3 from Irving. That's tipped.
How about that? That's a big boost defensively if Huerter can get in there and block shots and intimidate in some way.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were always within striking distance. And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Clint Capella, Bogdanovich out there with Chris Dunn. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Fernando in at the 4.
Well, Bogdanovich is a shooter, and he's got good feel from the mid-range.
Outside Jordan. Harden kicks to Jordan. Griffin dishes to Harris. Outside for Jordan. 4 on the clock. Irving from long range. Atlanta with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Outside Irving. Back to Harden. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Dunn shot's good.
Well, you want to lead by an example. Bogdanovich leading the way with the assist.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Harden against Dunn. Harden the pass to Jordan. Irving for 3. And the Nets miss again.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Fernando, that's good.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 6. Now Harden. He has 6. And it's Harris off the drive. The kick out to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Great open look there. Harden's got 8.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
For the Hawks, Hunter's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. Young is subbed in for Dunn. And Young kicks to Hunter. Now the pass to Fernando. And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That is his first foul of the game. Okongwu's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Pass to Luau. To the inside. Claxton with the bucket. Now just a 2-point Hawks lead. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's KD. No good that time, so Atlanta will take it the other way. Green kicks to Durant. Claxton the pass to Durant. Second chance shot. Passes it to Luau. Nets passing it around. Down low. Here's Claxton. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Claxton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Young pass to Okongwu. 40 seconds left to play in the third.
Not settling for jump shots there as Herter gets his way on the drive.
Now here's Brown. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Young, here we go. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Durant, and finished off by KD.
There are very few guys Durant's size who can change pace with the bounce like he did there.
And here's Young. 16 points for him. Jacks up a three. He can't get that one. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bucks ahead, up by 4. We'll be back shortly live. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for Brooklyn now, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's KD in at the 3, the small forward. Gallinari with the steal. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Sonny Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Luwawu subbed in for Brown. Young's shot is off. And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. 4-point game. Durant, that's good.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And that one drops for him. And the Hawks lead by 4.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
KD with it, and guarded by Capella. From past the arc. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Williams gets it to go on the assist from Capella. Williams has got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
Hawks making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Luwawu Cabarro. Williams inside. He's covered by Irving, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Harden dishes to Griffin. Pass to Durant. Right side, Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits and makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Dunn. Williams passes to Capella, kicks it out to Collins. Brooklyn with the rebound. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break, and now they decide to foul intentionally. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Hunter comes in for Tony Snell, and it's Bogdanovich in for Williams. Back to Harden. And on the way from Irving for 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. Takes the 3. Here's Jordan. Out to KD. Beyond the arc. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Atlanta leading by 6. Hunter with it. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Collins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
How about that? John Collins with some footwork down low. That looked like it's been practiced in the offseason.
Joe Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. 1:43 left in the fourth. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Another miss by Irving.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Irving from long range. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his third assist on the night. Here's Dunn. He kicks it to Okongwu. Here's Dunn. The feed to Okongwu. Collins wide open. He fires. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Hawks lead by 7. Irving against Dunn. For 3, Harris. Collins grabs the miss. So it's Atlanta now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Griffin with the steal.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away. Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
To the left side wing. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
It's easy to see why so many people have been so high on DeAndre Hunter. You look at that build, that forward position, and that kind of work ethic. Sky's the limit.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. It's good. And now they trail by just 4. And Atlanta has possession. Now Young. Outside Collins. Out to the right wing. Here's Hunter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Here is Williams. And so the Hawks take the win. It was a thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. That's a look at our setting tonight. They're down a body tonight, but it shouldn't have too much of an impact on their rotation.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Trae Young. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Snell in at the small forward. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Now, Giannis, after the missed 3 from John Collins. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there, and that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick and roll action. But it'll be different tonight. The big man on the move, Lopez attacking the rim with some flair.
Young against Holiday. A nice shot by Young.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Young. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Collins passes to Capella. Back to Collins. The Hawks working the ball around. Holiday against Young. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Giannis drives in. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
Capella finds Bogdanovic. Here's Young. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. Right side, Bogdanovic. Stolen by Middleton. On the wing, Holiday. Milwaukee the rebound. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. Can't get it to fall. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. They get it again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Bogdanovic passes to Collins. Back to Bogdanovic. 6 to shoot. Young against Holiday. Atlanta again missing.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
You know, when talking about the pressure Young puts on a defense, I'm not sure the word relentless is strong enough.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Here is Forbes following the bucket by the Hawks. Over Young. Forbes can't get it to go. The Hawks leading. Fast break, the Hawks. There's the triple. Knocks down the 3-ball. Herter's got 5 now.
Savvy move to pull up from three-point range on the break there. When you can shoot it like he can, if you've got it, take it.
Here is Forbes, defended by Young. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Now, here is Gallinari. No points in the game yet for him. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide-open look.
Middleton for 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Atlanta leading by 7. Here's Herter. Good, nice job down low. Herter's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Hawks. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting it disastrous. 25% from the field so far. A steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
T kicks to Portis. Atlanta with the rebound. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Bruno Fernando. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Williams in for Kevin Herter. And that one, good. Lopez has got 6 points. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now.
Oh, that was terrific!
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Dunn passes to Williams. Lob pass to Capella.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Holiday with it, and guarded by Capella. DiVincenzo kicks to Connaughton. Lopez inside. Dunn covering. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris Dunn picks one up.
No easy options for the defense when Lopez gets in deep.
The Bucks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Dunn. Capella finds Collins. 1:16 left to play in the first half. Here's Young, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
And the Hawks making a change here. Fernando's checked in. Clock at 4. Here's Young. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And again, the Bucks miss.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Good D by Lopez.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
It's Giannis with the drive.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Young pass to Fernando. Back to Young. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Now here's Middleton. Here's Tucker. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 11-point cushion as we...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to after 2 quarters. It's Atlanta out in front. They lead by 11. And Shaq. And that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic from Brook Lopez.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Holiday against Young. It will go down, and the Hawks lead. It's got back down to 11 now as they get an important basket that time from Holiday.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Holiday against Young. And the rejection by Giannis. Snell dishes to Collins. 5 to shoot. The kick out to Young. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Antetokounmpo. Now Young. 8 points for him. At the elbow, Collins. They get a hand on it. Middleton looking it over. Over Gallinari. Middleton can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 9. Collins finds Young. Back to Collins. Young inside, guarded by Holiday. And Young with the basket on the assist by Collins.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, it's hard to close off the lane.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Young with the ball. He's got 10. Steps back and fires. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Capella. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Boy, Capella doing a nice job being physical and getting those second chance buckets to go. Coaches love that.
Here's Holiday. An easy 2 points on the layup. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Collins with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Young. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Looking to get it going. And it's laid up and in by Young. 12 points for Trae Young.
You know, you can't afford to let Young slip by you, especially in these open floor situations. That is inviting trouble.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Bogdanovich finds Young. And it's sent back by Lopez. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. The finish, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Super quick in transition. The Greek freak jumping down the throat of the defense with that speed.
56 seconds left to play here in the third. Young dishes to Gallinari. Bobbed up there for Collins. And he commits the intentional foul. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Bucks trail by 7. Teague deciding where to go with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And done with the slam.
Oh, and Dunn is an animalistic dunker, slamming it home with some major force.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Okongwu grabs the board. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got 9 points.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Forbes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Atlanta. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Bucks trail by 9. And so in the game for the Hawks, Gallinari is out there with Hunter. Then there's Tony Snell. Then it's Williams. And it's Herter in a 2-guard. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. Here's Snell. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. And the Hawks lead by 11. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Hawks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Done with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gallinari. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Yeah, you could see how Teague was probing the defender there, seeing if he could catch him leaning and drive to the rim. Nicely done.
Pass to Fernando. Capella trying to free himself up. Atlanta now working with a new shot clock. Here's Williams. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And here's Giannis. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Well, how about the concentration of Antetokounmpo? I mean, he expects to get hit when he's taking it strong to the rim and still is able to muscle his way through contact.
Here's Dunn. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Brent Forbes, and it's Drew Holiday in for T. Holiday against Dunn. Holiday dishes to Lopez, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Williams against DiVincenzo. Williams passes to Capella. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Young is subbed in for Dunn. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Finished off the break.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Young passes to Snell. Outside Collins. Outside Bogdanovic. 5 on the clock. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Pushing it up. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
Kicks it out to Collins. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Giannis throws it down.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
And Young kicks to Collins. Looking to get back on track here. It's off.
You know, one of the things that makes Holiday such a terrific defender is his long arms. I mean, he excels at using them no matter who he's.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A look from above the incredible City Hall building here in our broadcast location. And with tip-off cup.
Hey, Kevin. With
growing together and staying healthy, two important parts. Thanks, DA. And one injury for them. They're still pretty close to full strength, though.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Bogdanovich out there with Trae Young. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's John Collins. And it's Snell in at the 3, the small forward. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry. And it's Green in at the 3 spot.
A tremendous defensive rebounder. Harris getting it done at the offensive end that time.
Young with the ball. Pass to Capella. Back to Young. The 11-footer, and the jumper is good. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2 and you're 7'2, I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Simmons.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Now, here is Young. Capella dishes to Young. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Ben Simmons. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game.
You know what? You forget that he's small in stature. Trae Young's skill set is exactly what every team is looking for.
76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And Simmons kicks to Green. And the pass to Embiid. And it's blocked by Capella.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Green against Young. Green with the block.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there.
Here's Embiid. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Young passes to Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target with his 3. The Hawks trail it.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
And the Hawks can't hang on to the ball.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Danny Green. Then for the Hawks, DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bojan Bogdanovich. Lou Williams is subbed in for Trae Young. Now here's Curry. The 76ers with another miss.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
So they take the lead.
Yeah, credit Huerter. Recognizes where the help is coming from, finds the open man.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Right at the free throw line. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Embiid's got his 3rd basket of the night. Now, here's Hunter. Defended by Thybulle. 1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. Clock at 6. Outside Williams. Good D by Embiid.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for John Collins. And it's done in for Kevin Huerter. For Atlanta, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Williams, that's good.
Not only is Lou fast, he's tenacious. Feels the contact on the drive, doesn't stop him from completing the play.
Hill inside, Dunn covering. Let's go. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The 76ers with another miss. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And so Hill bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. Passes it to Milton. And the layup is good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And it's done, penetrating, and no good that time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the...
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
They've got Korkmaz. Shake Milton is out there with Hill. Then there's Howard. And it's Thibault in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And here's the fast break. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the 76ers making a change here. Green's checked in. Howard, the pass to Korkmaz. 3-pointer. Green, no luck. And the Hawks with possession here. They trail by 1. Hunter, no good. 76ers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Okongwu. And it's sent back by Howard. Korkmaz kicks to Thibault. A second chance effort. Thibault on the wing. Back to Howard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Korkmaz. Now, here's Dunn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid.
Extremely explosive off the dribble. Once Dunn gets the angle, it's over.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Williams. Now here's Simmons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And here we go. Here's Huerter. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just finding ways to score. Huerter can do it in the half court or in transition.
Simmons passes to Harris. The 76ers with another miss. Atlanta leading by 3. Pass to Fernando. Kicks it to Capella. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Trae Young, he's checked in for the Hawks. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Huerter, guarded by Curry. Huerter, no good.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Howard's checked in. Now here's Simmons to end the cold streak, and Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time. And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. He does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
76ers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway.
Few people see the floor as well as Trae. If you're open, he'll find you.
At the elbow, it's Harris. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Capella, the pass to Huerter. The kick out to Young. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
That one goes in. Simmons got his second basket of the night.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points. His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. 26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Young kicks to Capella. Back to Young. Unloads from 13. Simmons pulls it in. 76ers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shoot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And here's Bogdanovich. Okongwu, no good on the last second attempt there. So that...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They didn't get more than a one-possession And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Well, we've got a moment left to set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for Atlanta, Trae Young is out there with Williams. Then there's Tony Snell. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Fernando in at the four-man position. Now here's Williams after Ben Simmons' miss. Puts the move on. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Tobias Harris is checked in for Danny Green. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now here's Williams. To the paint, trying to find Capella, gets it to him. And the rejection by Embiid.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Atlanta on D. And Simmons kicks to Curry. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his third assist on the night.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Now, here is Young. It's Young on the wing. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Fearless attacking the heart of that defense. Young is willing to take punishment to get his points.
So he gets them both. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. They lead by 1. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Clint Capella.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. So brilliant at throwing the D off guard.
Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. Atlanta also making some changes here. John Collins, he's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for Bruno Fernando. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Lou Williams. Now, here's Bogdanovic. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias. Challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
And that's a foul called on Gallinari. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Now Curry. Pass to Simmons. For 3, Harris. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Curry dishes to Embiid. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Harris passes to Curry. Another miss by Philadelphia. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Young, here we go, over Simmons. Young's shot is good. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
Here's Simmons. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got 8 points. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Now, here is Young. He has 7. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Collins out to Gallinari. They get it back. And there's the pass to Snell. Back to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. And it's good on the layup. He's got 9.
Certain guys, points just come their way, but Trey is also about effort.
Passes it to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Simmons passes to Harris.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good.
Slowly but surely, Harris continues to elevate his game. The shooting, the playmaking, the ability to make a difference.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. And George Hill's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Dunn kicks to Collins. Back to Dunn. Collins in the post. He's against Hill. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here is Hill. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Moves back up. They kick it out to Green. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Howard with the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And stolen by Hunter. That will count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Howard. Then it's Shake Milton. Then it's George Hill. And it's Green in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Hill, no good. The Hawks trail it. And here's the fast break. Feeds it to Hunter. Pass to Dunn. It's stolen by Hill. Got a piece of it. Here is Howard. Hill finds Howard. It's back to Hill. And the 3 off target.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by the Hawks. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for George Hill. Now, here's Green, following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Hawks. Williams comes in for Chris Dunn. Now, here's Curry. And there's the feed to Embiid. Pass to Simmons. On the wing, Green. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
Here's Williams. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And the layup falls. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Here's Embiid, and the basket is good.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Williams against Simmons. And stolen by Simmons. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Hard to imagine a much better target on the alley-oop than Embiid. Get the lob anywhere in his vicinity, and you might wind up on a highlight reel.
Atlanta calls timeout. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Now, here is Young. It's stolen by Harris. Now the 76ers on the break. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Reward the big man, Howard, getting out and running in transition.
The Hawks trail by 7. Young outside. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. Down low. Here's Fernando. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Now here's Embiid. Howard kicks to Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Curry's shot is off. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta, trailing by 5. The pass to Young. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Bogdanovich passes to Young. Here's Capella. Second shot opportunity. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Incredible competitor. Trae Young always wants to be the one to take this shot.
Philadelphia with the ball. Simmons dishes to Curry. He kicks to Harris. And there's the call on John Collins. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Green's checked in. Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Now here is Harris. 6 to shoot. Outside, Green. He feeds it to Embiid. Got it.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
So Philadelphia wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates. Now it's headed down to David Aldridge, standing by from the side.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Snell in at the 3. And for the Nets, they've got Griffin. Harden out there with Joe Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Young against Harden. Jordan high post. Drops in the layup for 2. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary. Now that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Young looking around. Again, Young missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
And Young kicks to Capella. Outside, Bogdanovich. Banked in off the glass.
Now what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Harden against Young. Stolen by Collins. And about 2 minutes played here in the first.
Oh, come on. Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Young against Harden. And he gets the bucket.
Well, their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Here's Atlanta. It's a 3-point game. Young outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
So for the Nets, Green comes in for Jordan. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. Fires top of the key. Harris outside. Irving finds Harris. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Pass to Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
Wow, Blake Griffin giving you all the highlights right here. His jams igniting both the crowd and his teammates.
Williams with the ball, picked up by Harris. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Gallinari wide open. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And that 3-ball from Gallo looks good. Just very impressive form right there.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Irving surveying the floor. There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The shot's good from Griffin.
That's a nice soft touch from Blake there.
Here's Williams. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The pass to Hunter. Gallinari outside. Offline with his three. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 4. On the wing, Irving. The three. Nailed from three-point land.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and gameplay. Shot's good by Williams.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
Irving passes to KD. Back to Irving. Outside Durant. He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Okongwu is out there with Gallinari, and it's done in at the point. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Young is subbed in for Kevin Herter. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 7. Bobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, when Collins gets up there like that, look out.
Irving with it. He has 5. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Another shot. Rebounded by Capella. Atlanta's shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Here's Claxton. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Claxton's got his first points of the night.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Young outside. Launches it. Capella trying to free himself up. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Young.
And Trae Young will bury threes in bunches. So effortless.
Here's Irving. He's off on that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Irving. The Trae. Rebound by the Hawks.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Such a quick thinker in those spots. Trae Young has a knack for knowing where to get to.
And here is Irving. He's got 5. Stolen by Collins. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Bogdanovic. And Bogdanovic throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here. This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Young with no one around. Great positioning on the putback. Capella's got the lead up to 5 now for Atlanta.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Irving misses.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Releases. Here's Capella. The kick out to Young. Lob pass to Capella. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
Yeah, you really want to stay down on any kind of fake like that, so Trae Young does a nice job of coaxing the defense.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for John Collins. Hunter's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Williams in for Chris Dunn. Yes, that goes in.
I like the confidence and how much assurance DeAndre Jordan has on his drives here, knowing that no one's going to stop him, especially once he takes flight.
Pass to Fernando. He kicks to Williams. 46 seconds left now here in the second.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
And it's Durant missing. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 17-4 run right now. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, when you're given the ball as much as Lou Williams has gotten it through the years, he's experienced enough to make those kind of plays.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
2 shots. And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
Take a break.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the first one drops.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Williams with a clean look from outside off the mark. Here's KD. Good. KD's got 5 now.
Yeah, it's been years and years of coaches trying to figure out how you stop Kevin Durant.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Young pass to Hunter. Outside Collins. Now the dish to Young. And it's blocked by Jordan.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Durant.
How about the energy and activity on that play? Great steal.
Harris, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Stolen by Harden. Harris with it. And Young picks him up defensively. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. He's got 6.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
Young against Harden. Shots good from Young. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Harris. Now the pass to Herter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Young, and Jordan sends it back. Jumps up, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, if the biggest guy can get out in transition, and you can't recognize that, DeAndre Jordan, a beautiful job out on the break.
And Young kicks to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So for the Nets, Green, he's checked in for Jordan. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Bruce Brown. Atlanta also making some changes here. Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Young. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Here's Harden. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Here's Dunn. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Harden outside. And oh, he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Knocks it loose. Irving with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And it's Harden slamming it down.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Here's Dunn, and Dunn with the slam.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Nets passing it around. Irving dishes to Green. The kick out to Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Irving's got 8.
Well, such a remarkable scorer. Kyrie has such a quick trigger that D has no chance there.
Outside, Bogdanovic. Dishes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now, here is Gallinari. Back to Dunn. And the layup's good off the glass. Dunn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the explosion to the hoop
done finishing in style.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Nets lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. On the court right now for the Hawks. They've got Dunn. Collins is out there with Tony Snell. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Williams at the shooting guard. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Now Dunn. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. So it's the Hawks now, trailing by 2. Here's Collins. Okongwu at the elbow. Just 4 to shoot. To tie it up. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown finds Johnson. The kick out to Irving. Oh, good with the triple.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Dunn right side and stolen by Irving. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Claxton. Back to Irving. Pass to Claxton. Stolen by Collins.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Hunter, the pass to Okongwu. Over Johnson. 6 to shoot. The shot by Okongwu, no good. The Nets with the lead. Irving passes to Claxton. Outside, Green. On the wing, Johnson. They kick it out to Green, and now we've got the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Kevin Durant's checked in for Johnson. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Young comes in for Dunn. Harris is checked in for Bruce Brown. Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. It's Harden with the drive.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Young. From deep. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Capella with the bucket.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
KD passes to Harden. Back to Durant. Here's the 3. And the 3-ball is good. KD's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
And here's Young from the arc. James Harden with the rebound.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Brooklyn leading by 7. KD finds Jordan. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Young from outside. That shot is off.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
It's deflected. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Harden. Young with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Looking to get it going. Young's shot is off. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Griffin dishes to Durant. Harden outside. Back to KD. Over Young. Almost, but it rolls out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Lobbed up there for Bogdanovich.
Yeah, Bogdanovich gutsy with that one.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. KD looking around. A 3-ball. That's good from Harris on the assist by Durant. And the Nets lead by 8.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Hands the 3.
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.